you guys are just killing it, man, with these stories. The facts tells, the stories sell, and I have a story myself, but I say it all the time. I haven't had success overnight. We get success overnights, and I know you guys see the whole, senior regional, but this all started from a seed that was planted years ago. So if you guys want to know about seeds, hashtag seed, because seed, Alfred planted a seed with me years ago when I was actually in another network marketing company, and I was selling some gas product, and he called me. He's like, Bruce, man, you buy some of that Fuel Max Plus, and he planted a seed by buying that product from me. So because he supported me, when he gave me that phone call, he's like, Bruce, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, I was in another network marketing company. I was doing Forex at the time. And he's like, well, listen, I want to invite you to introduce you to this guy named he didn't even say the name, but he has his own credit repair business. And I was like, all right, man, shoot me the address. Met in the parking lot, met Mr. Ashton Henry, asked him 21 questions, like 50 Cent, and I signed up. So when I got started, guys, my score went up 70 points. I was super excited about that. But I didn't always have success with network marketing. How many of you guys probably had struggles in your business? I mean, my first company, for 3 years, I didn't have not one recruit. I didn't miss not one training. Kevin Blake, who was my supervisor, Coach Kev, used to let me out of work early. And that was a seed he planted. He planted a seed. He planted a seed when he gave me the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because my mindset wasn't always rich. My mindset was actually poor. But he changed my mindset. When he changed my mindset, he changed my life. So I want to give it back to Coach Kev because he changed my life. Alfred Nixon, you changed my life. Action Henry, thank you for creating this platform for Alfred and all of us, because all of you guys changed my life. Every single person, you guys don't understand, when you plant a seed, that one little seed that you plant can just change everything. And guys, for 3 years, I struggled in network marketing. I've hopped from company to company, lotions to potions, and I learned the trial run as time went on, and some companies went out of business, some companies were here. But when I asked Alfred, I asked him one question. I said, how long has this company been around? Because I'm not doing another startup company. He's like, well, Bruce, they've already been around for 14 plus years. I was like, okay, how many people's in it? They're about, I think the time was like 13,000 agents. And I was like, that's it? I was like, wait a minute, Alfred, this ain't making no sense. How they been around for 14 years and they only have 13,000 agents? That's it? He's like, man, there ain't nobody doing it. We could kill it. So I was like, all right, Alfred, man, you think I could make an extra $2,000 a month? And at the time in Forex, I was in it for 2.5 years. I was making about $5,000 a month. I wasn't killing it. And he said, yeah, man, Bruce, you can make more than that. So I came in, and within 4 months, I hit executive sales director. I ran into Mike Burgos. And Mike Burgos is funny because I met him at a Starbucks. And, he was in another company. But it's funny because Mike was a different animal. So when we enrolled Mike didn't do anything. How many of you guys enrolled someone in the business and it's kind of like they didn't do anything, right? So me and Alfred is hitting up Mike. I'm hitting Mike up on WhatsApp like, yo. He's like, he's leaving me on red. I'm like, yo. Alfred's hitting him up. He's leaving him on yo. And we're like, all right, Mike. He's like, I'm going to meet you up after work. After work comes out, he still doesn't meet up with me. I'm like, yo, what's up with this cat, bro? Like, I thought he was going to kill it. I thought you know everybody. And he just leaving me on red, but I didn't know that Mike, he was in another company for a long time. And he's like, you know what? I'm not with this hype. I don't want to, you know what? Bruce is all, I'm like, Mike, man, so one day, Mike's really ducking me, right? Man, hashtag ducking me. He's really ducking me. So I'm at the gym. We had this thing called 24-hour fitness. So I'm going to the gym, right? And I hear somebody talking. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I look up and I see, and I'm like, that look like Mike. I say, hey, Mike. Mike looks around, he says, Bruce? And he starts stuttering like Moses, like, And I'm like, what's up, Mike? He's like, oh man, I can't run. This dude literally stuttering like Moses, right? He couldn't even get his words together. So I'm like, Mike, what's up? He's like, up? I'm like, man, it's nice to see you. You work out here? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, so how long you been working at 24 Hour Fitness? He's like, yeah, I'm like, well, listen, I need a gym partner. Maybe we could be gym partners. He's like, oh, man, you got me. So, Mike was, I don't know what was going on at that time, but he was in a lot of debt. And I said, man, Mike, let's just treat this like a real business. Man, we were getting road signs, and we were just going guys, we didn't even have no presentation material. Let me tell you what changed. We created this thing called the 1 to 10. And we were just going around, and Alfred, thank you to Alfred, man, that boy was driving from Miami all the way to Fort Lauderdale. I drove all the way to Alfred's house for about a month and a half. And I said, Alfred, wherever you at, I'm at. And we were shadowing Alfred. We was packing out his condo. We was following Alfred. We shadowed him for about 2 months. We hit VP by January, coming out of convention. By March, we hit RVP. And, man, shouts out to Alfred, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Man, I'm telling you, that dude is the real deal Holyfield. We was running the streets. We were sometimes traveling groups with me, Alfred, Mike, Valesky, and it was Phil. We was going to tax offices, and we'll send 2 people in the tax office, and then he'll go into it, and then we'll all kind of like bombard the tax preparer. Listen, you getting in. And we were just going in as groups, and we were flooding the streets. And you'll have a PBR, we'll send 3 people that way, we'll have another person that way. We had the 1 to 10s, we were doing presentations. Alfred would have a PBR at his crib, we'll send people to his condo. We was running. I'm talking about non-stop, 7 days a week, no sleep. Like, my girl was like, where you at? The dinner is cold. I said, baby, don't worry. Listen, I'll be home later. Warm it up. I'll eat it tomorrow. I'm on the phone. We knocking out sales. I'm talking about from 1 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Every night I'm coming home, driving from Miami. Me and Mike would he would work. He wouldn't even go home. He still got his work clothes on. And listen, we was grinding. Y'all think this thing is easy. You're not going to just trip, fall, and land on success. So I say that to say this, man. Today we're senior regional vice president. Listen, all of you guys could be senior regional vice president. VP. It's just a title. It's just a title. You're already there, just ain't show up in your back office yet. And you're already there. You got to put the work in. You got to be activity driven, not result driven. Y'all just seen the seeds that we planted weeks ago, months ago, days ago. We just having the harvest right now, Billy. We just having the harvest. So, I want to thank everybody for coming out. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have people quit. You're going to have people get locked up. You're going to have people leave your downline and go to another company. You're going to have people do some crazy stuff they ain't supposed to be doing. Listen, it's a roller coaster ride. But be ready for the ride. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the top is not lonely. I don't know what Drake's talking about, something, the top is lonely. It definitely ain't lonely. But thank you for having me on. I just love you guys. And, I remember when I was struggling, I always told myself, when I get to the top, I'm going to get back. So anything you guys need to know, I'm always here. Appreciate it.
I love it, man.